Well, this week's Northwoods adventure rocks, literally. The Cuyuna Rock and Mineral Club hosted its 12th annual show this past weekend. Our Shane Lee takes a closer look.
The Cuyuna Agate and Mineral Show gathered more than 1,000 people ready to rock. The star of the show is Minnesota's state rock, the agate.
They look so interesting with the lines and all that, and dark red.
Children received some hands-on experience learning the characteristics of agates and using that knowledge to find them.
I just picked up some rocks in my hand and just scraped out the ones that were not polished and just found a whole bunch of agates.
Some visitors to the Agate and Mineral Show bring their own rocks but don't know exactly what they have. Luckily, all of their questions can be answered with a short visit to the rock wizard.
Most of them think that it's an agate, and many times it is, but more times it isn't.
Children sought the wizard for presents of polished rocks, while adults approached him for wisdom, such as the origin of the agate.
There were several different mountain building events that occurred in Minnesota where a lot of volcanism was concerned, and that was about 1.7 billion years ago.
While the rock wizard's knowledge expands back billions of years, the flint knapper reaches back only about 15,000 years. Flint knapper Kevin Zimmerman demonstrated how to make arrowheads and spearheads.
Clovis points were used about 10 to 15,000 years ago by the Paleo Indians, and they were used to hunt mammoths.
The flint knappers work with obsidian, chert, or flint, rocks that have a much higher silica content than agates. The silica makes the rock brittle, allowing it to flake apart when struck.
When I strike the stone, I make a platform, and when I strike the stone, it creates that cone of energy. So I try and dictate where that cone of energy is going to be, dependent on the angle of my stone on my leg.
The flint knapper applies the finishing touches with the grinding stone and the ishii stick for pressure flaking.
It is a skill that takes a lot of practice and patience, a lot of muscle memory. It's something you do have to do every day, otherwise you do get a little rusty.
The flint knappers have a lot of company in their dedication to rocks.
It's so interesting to just go out there and find different kinds of rocks and just see what they're worth.
Once you start into the paths of geology and rocks, there's no end.
No end, at least for about 4.5 billion years of rock history. Shane Lee, Lakeland News.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.